Hello again, everyone! Welcome back to Quest for Glory 1! We have arrived down in the Thieves Guild. Crusher ignores you. Let's talk to the Guildmaster. I don't have time to talk to unlicensed scum. Pay your guild license fee and then we can talk. Why don't you do something constructive like stealing Otto's yo-yo? Somehow I don't think that would be a very good idea. Hello? A thief's license will cost you 25 silvers. You will need a license to use any of our services. Well, okay. I guess we can do that. Ooh. Toolkit, lockpick, license. Well, we got to get the license. Welcome to Thieves Guild Union Local 1313. Handy. Let's go ahead and buy a lockpick. There you are. Alright, I don't have enough money to buy the toolkit just yet. Let's see. I have 4 gold pieces and 5 silver pieces. You check to see if your money's still there. Yep, it is. It looks a bit like a dartboard, only bigger. It's a prelude to the modern electric bulb, a marked improvement over darkness. The daggers are nicely made and apparently designed for throwing. Besides the chief thief's seemingly endless collection, there are 2 matched sets with differently colored hilts for playing dag-nabbit. The table is as rough as the man sitting next to it. From his expensive clothes to his carefully trimmed mustache, there is an air of sophistication about this villain. You can tell where the bar is by the seep marks from spilled beer. The floor is surprisingly clean compared to the bar above. The plaster is chipping in several places. This place gives you the creeps. The barrels are large enough to hide several unlucky adventurers. Let's hope you're not that unlucky. Well, let's ask about thieves. There are only a few members of our guild still around here. With the snow and the brigands keeping away the tourists, it's hard to earn a decent living. What about stealing? I've had beginners before, but this guild reached a new low when you joined. Child, you are a thief. Stealing is how you make a living. So go out there and steal something, and hopefully you'll get... That is, you won't get caught. What about brigands? Those non-union cretins are giving thieves a bad name. I'm sure they have a spy planted in our organization. Oh. What about spy? Someone is leaking our insider information to the brigands. You just can't trust anyone these days. Indeed. Can't trust anyone. What about the Thieves Guild? Where else but here can one mingle freely with others of our chosen profession, sharing tips and secrets? Where else can you safely fence stolen items? Where else can you ask questions like these and not be thrown into jail? The guild is truly your home away from home. What about tips? Don't get caught. That's a good tip. No, not really. That would be telling. Well, I'm a thief now. You can tell me. Crusher is our personnel manager. Yeah, I can imagine how he manages personnel. I just give you stolen items to Boris and you'll be duly recompensed. Or in terms more suited to your apparent intellect, you get cash for your loot. I think I understood you the first time. Tell me about Boris. Boris is our accountant. Really? Let's ask Boris about license. No. Services. License allows you to steal in town without us tipping the sheriff. Allows you to purchase professional quality tools, provides fencing services at no extra charge, and pays for the flowers on your grave in the event of an untimely accident. Incidentally, you do start with a lockpick if you are a thief. You don't start with the thieves' tools. And neither do you start with the Thieves Guild license, of course. What about tools? Perhaps I could sell you a good lockpick for 15 silvers, or a wonderful Acme Thief toolkit for 100 silvers. Tell me about the toolkit. It's a steal for only 100 silvers. How else can you borrow things effectively? The investment of your lifetime for 15 silvers. Fencing. We're happy to give recompense for items you may have borrowed from others. Can you tell me about your accountant? I have no time for idle talk. Why don't you do... Oh, come on. It's not idle talk. scabs. Those who do not pay their union dues are the lowest form of life. I suppose that is possible. What's your name? I am known as the Chief. That's an interesting name. What can you tell me about town? There are a few places around town where a clever and skilled thief can make some silver. Perhaps even you could steal something. What can you tell me about the sheriff? The sheriff provides a useful service in this town. He arrests anyone too stupid to be a good thief. Well, that's just rude. He is the sheriff's goon. And tools. We'll gladly sell you for a modest fee at Lockpick. However, for the true professional, we have a thief toolkit, which will allow you to pick anything with a little practice. Just talk to Boris. Okay, I'm gonna make an attempt at the dagger throwing game. My throwing skill is not very good right now. Can't pay, don't play. What? How much money do I have? Oh, I got plenty. Don't I? Do I need to... No? Huh. I'll figure it out later. I used to be pretty darn good with the throwing game. I'll try it later. Okay, I'm probably not good enough to pick any of the locks just yet. But I could try it. Let's go ahead and save. Ah, little larceny. Perfect way to start my career as a paladin. Picking locks looked a lot easier in the instruction book. You delicately insert the lockpick into your left nostril. The Surgeon General warns. Unfortunately, you push it in too far, causing yourself a cerebral hemorrhage. Guess you should have been practicing on less difficult locks. Oh, I lockpicked myself to death. I'm not sure if you can get caught doing this. Well, other than doing it during the day. Although it might just not let you. Ooh, hey. The people who own this house must have some money. Everything looks new and there is not a speck of dust visible. The room smells vaguely of sauerkraut and bratwurst, with just a faint odor of smoke from pine wood. From somewhere in the house you can hear someone snoring. Okay, let's go ahead and save the game again. And before we do anything, let's get on to sneak. Let's sneak. Be sneaky, sneaky. The candelabra looks as though it is made of solid gold. It looks solid like solid oak. It is a small, beautifully decorated metal box with a hinged lid. This delicate porcelain vase looks like it could be worth some money, although it would take up a lot of space in your pack. Someone, or something, is snoring up a storm. You hear? I'm not even gonna try to do that one. The gold dark eyes of the griffin make you feel a bit uncomfortable, especially since it's about 10 times larger than any griffin you've ever heard of. You don't know much about art, but you know what you like, and that's not it. The glowing embers from the fire cast a dim light in the room. Over the safe is a charming portrait of the sheriff and his wife. What's the worst that could happen going up here? There's some fairly loud snoring going on in this room. You faintly hear snoring. What's the worst that could happen? Uh-oh! As you see a pillow flying towards you, you hear the sheriff's wife say, "Screech!" Oh! Criminal carelessness! You never dreamed a feather pillow could be so hard! Or was it the floor? You also didn't realize how hard it is for a thief to be a hero. The thief of Baghdad never had this kind of luck. Aww. What's the worst that could happen? Oh! Uh-oh. Criminal carelessness. It's hard to be a hero when you're sitting in a jail cell. The sheriff apologized for your broken arm, but he did warn you, didn't he? That Otto was only partly trained. Now you'll probably be more careful when you're robbing someone. Yes, I will probably be more careful when I'm robbing someone. Probably should have snuck up the stairs, but, well, I guess we'll find out what happens. Oh! Criminal carelessness. When it comes to breaking in, it looks like the only thing broken is your head. When at last you come to your senses, you find yourself in a jail cell. By the time you get out of here, you'll be too old to be a hero. Aww. Okay, well, first of all, let's go ahead and sneak. Let's start with opening this thing. In the desk drawer is an assortment of mostly worthless objects, but you also find 3 silvers, which you take. You place the candelabra carefully in your pack beneath your cape. Gently and stealthily you lift the lid of the little box. As the little music box begins to play, you hear the sheriff yell out, "Otto, stop playing with Oh, no, that's not his voice. "Otto, stop playing with that music box and go to bed." Boy, did you make a mistake. Otto, even in his sleepy state, winds the music box and closes the lid before he heads back to bed. That was close. The goon must have been so dumb or sleepy or both that he didn't even see you standing there. You quickly toss the box into your pack. I can't remember what voice I was doing for the sheriff. You take the vase carefully from the mantel and place it gently on the floor. By lifting the painting, you can see what certainly must be a safe hidden in the wall. Cracking safe looked a lot easier in the instruction book. Ah, got it! You see a bag of coins. You find 50 silvers and add them to your collection. You then put the empty bag back in the safe. Ha ha ha! Since you have already robbed the safe, you close the door, narrowly missing your fingers in the process. You carefully lower the painting into its original position. You place the vase carefully in your pack beneath your cape. If you hadn't taken actually, let's, oops. Well, actually, let's take a look at some of these. I'll do it outside. Oh, music box, candelabra, fine porcelain vase. How much money do I have now? 4 gold, 58 silver pieces. So, almost 10 gold. That's pretty handy. Let's actually make a quick save. I'll just save over this at the end of the episode. And then I will I want to restore, go back to temp 2. I think that's the one that was at. Yes. As you reach toward the painting, from somewhere upstairs you hear the sheriff shout, "Otto!" Obviously, you shouldn't have done that. Criminal carelessness. Now you've done it. It's hard to be a hero when you're locked up for breaking and entering, or entering and breaking, as the case may be. Be a little more intelligent, and a lot quieter, if you ever try something like this again. Yep. You definitely need to move the vase before doing any of that. Let's sneak on out of here. How am I doing on my stats? Oh, my lockpicks is up to 29, stealth is up to 23, my stamina is horrible right now. Kind of wish the music wouldn't stop when you went into the menu. It's kind of annoying. Alright, well, you are getting tired. You don't say. I want to go off the screen. There we go. I'm glad Zara isn't paying. Zara's house is watching me, but not actually telling anyone what I'm doing. You hear a snick. The lock is open. Wow, that's surprisingly easy. The smell of lavender and dust fills your nose as you walk in. This reminds you of a great aunt's house you once visited. There's a covered bird cage near the stairs and a knitting basket beside the couch. Well, let's go ahead and save it again. Kitty! In the purse you find 20 silvers and some soiled hankies. You take the silvers. But not the hankies? You find 3 silvers that have gotten caught in the cracks. Woohoo! Yay! Searching couch cushions. A string of pearls seems to have fallen in the bag among the knitting. You take the pearls, of course. The knitting you can do without. The chest is filled with old quilts, doilies, and sweaters 5 sizes too large for anyone to wear. You really don't want any of them, so you close the chest again. Actually, let's look around a bit. Candlesticks are heavy, ornate, and made of sterling silver. Against the wall there is a large wooden desk with many drawers. It's a large wooden chest, undoubtedly filled with priceless treasures. The couch looks every bit as uncomfortable as your maiden aunt's. The little old lady left her purse on the couch. Mighty careless of her. The knitting bag is decorated on the outside with knitted figures. The little old lady must do knitting when she's not asleep. The wood on this table has been polished into total submission. A lace doily guards it from dust and water rings. There's an assortment of plastic fruit on the old wooden table. Plastic fruit. The fire is out, but you can still feel heat from the hearth. The light of the hurricane lamp. The chair looks singularly uncomfortable. The bird cage is on a tall brass stand. There's a cover draped over it to keep the bird warm and quiet. It's a shrubbery! Ah, now we know where to go if we meet the Knights of Knee, the Knights who say knee. The stairs lead to a door to an upstairs room. Kitty! The little house cat seems harmless, but strangely restless. Well, first of all, let's go ahead and take these candlesticks. Where are you going, me? You take the silver candlesticks and stow them in your pack. You find a single silver in one of the desk drawers. You find nothing else of any value to you. Okay, well, what's the worst that could happen? You can't... What? Of course I can do much with that. Get up the stairs. Squeak! Creak! Squawk! The owner of the house awakens. Help! Burglars! Sheriff! Help! Kitty! 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 Whoa! Holy crap! I'm sorry, cat. Better stay downstairs next time. The little old lady's cries finally bring the sheriff and Otto to her rescue. They find you pinned to the floor, unconscious, dreaming deliriously of death by sandpaper. Wow. Well, let's try grabbing the kitty then. This would be a good cat to have with us. You pet the nice kitty. Oh, good kitty. Chirp, chirp. You hear a voice from upstairs saying, Kitty, you'd better not be bothering the little birdie again. Who would think a little birdie could be so noisy? You quickly cover the cage up and hope the bird shuts up. You've already done that. The cat really likes being petted. This is a very insistent cat. Well, I want to pet the cat. Oh, okay. I guess I can't pet the cat anymore. Alright, well, let's go ahead and sneak out. Luckily, it's not Mananan, so we're safe. And it's probably a good idea to go rest. If I can. I'm not sure if I can right now. Oh, good. They're still open. It's not late enough. I wonder if he'd like a lockpick. That's buy a night's rest. The sleep heals and refreshes you. Ah, good. Healing sleep. And I think with that, we will end the episode, and in the next one, we will go sell some of our loot. Incidentally, you notice our score has not gone up at all. That's because we're not a thief. If you're a thief, you do get points for stealing all that stuff.